Offense of kidnapping. It is described in section 359 and 360. The section 359, which define kidnapping, it says kidnapping is of two kinds. Number one, kidnapping from India and kidnapping from lawful guardianship. What is the literal meaning of kidnapping? The literal meaning of kidnapping is child stealing. It is two kind, as I have earlier said. In certain cases, two forms of kidnapping may overlap each other. For example, when a minor kidnapped from India may well at the same time be kidnapped from his lawful guardian also. It is a common name for common law offense for carrying away of any person against his will or against the will of his lawful guardianship. It also means child stealing. In modern times, kidnapping has frequently been restored to as a mean of extorting money or property from the parents and guardians of the child. The section 360 and 361 then proceeds to define kidnapping from India and from lawful guardianship. These two kinds of kidnapping may overlap each other, as I have earlier said, when a minor is kidnapped from India as well as from lawful guardianship. Now come to the section 360. The heading of section 360 is kidnapping from India. The bare language says, whoever conveys any person beyond the limits of India without the consent of that person or of some person legally authorized to consent on behalf of that person is said to kidnap that person from India. It is here necessary to note that for an offense under this section 360, the victim may be a male or a female, whether it is major or minor. This offense consists two elements. Number one, conveying of any person beyond the limits of India. And number two, without that person's consent or consent of some person legally authorized to consent on behalf of that person. It is apparent that the offense of kidnapping from India can be committed on any person of any age. However, if the person or his guardian consent, the offense of section 360 does not take place. What is the definition of consent? Consent defined in section 90 of the Indian Penal Code. This consent must be real and not induced by the fear or misrepresentation or a consent under a mistake of fact. Kidnapping is an offense with whatever intent to commit. However, it is important to note the case Badshah versus State of Uttar Pradesh. This is the case of 2008 3 SCC. The Supreme Court said that intention for which a person is kidnapped must be gathered from the circumstances attending prior to, at the time of, and subsequent to the commission of the offense. A kidnapping per se may not lead to any interference as to for what purpose or with what intent the person was kidnapped. Now come to the section 361, that is says kidnapping from lawful guardianship. The provision of this section and subsequent sections under this head are intended more for the protection of the minor and the person of unsound minds themselves than for right of guardians of such person. Now come to the bare language of section 361. Kidnapping from lawful guardianship. This is the heading of section 361. Now, whoever takes or entices any minor under 16 years of age if a male, and or under 18 years of age if a female, or any person of unsound mind, out of the keeping of the lawful guardian of such minor or person of unsound mind, without the consent of such guardian, is said to kidnap such minor or person from lawful guardianship. This is the bare language of section 361. Now come to the explanation attached with section 361. The explanation says, the word lawful guardian in this section include any person lawfully entrusted with the care or custody of such minor or other person. Now, exceptions. Exception says, this section does not extend to the act of any person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of an illegitimate child, or who in good faith believes himself to be entitled to the lawful custody of such child, unless such act is committed for an immoral or unlawful purpose. This is the bare language of section 361. Now come to the discussion of this section. The section 361 defines the offense of kidnapping from lawful guardianship. Accordingly, whoever takes or entices या उत्प्रेरित करता है या फुसलाता है, नंबर ए, एनी माइनर मेल under 16 year of age, or B. any minor female under 18 year of age, or C. any person of unsound mind. What is the three main points? If the kidnapped person is male, then age below 16 year. If female, it is below 18 year, or any person of unsound mind. Out of the keeping and without the consent of the lawful guardian. It is said to kidnap such minor or person from lawful guardianship. Object and scope of section 361. The object of this section is to protect children from being abducted or seduced for purposes which are improper or illegal. Besides this, the law seeks to protect the rights and privileges of guardians having a lawful charge or custody of their minor wards. It will be seen that the important point, that is, the grave man of the offense is taking or enticing of a minor without the guardian's consent from his lawful custody. For committing this offense is not be associated with assault, force, fraud, or wrongful restraint or wrongful confinement. These offenses, assault, force, fraud, and wrongful restraint, wrongful confinement, is discussed in previous lectures. You can understand from that lectures. However, it should be noted that kidnapping of a grown-up person is not an offense under this section. As the explanation of section 361 goes, lawful guardian includes any person lawfully entrusted with the care or custody of a minor. By the exception, it is made clear that this section does not apply to number 1, the act of a person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of an illegitimate child, or number 2, who in good faith believes himself to be entitled to the unlawful custody of such child. These are the 2 points related to exceptions. I want to repeat these points. Number 1, the act of a person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of an illegitimate child, or who in good faith believes himself to be entitled to the lawful custody of such child, unless the act committed is for an immoral or unlawful purpose. So, what is the distinction between section 360 and 361? There are 3 main points. Number 1 is age. As regards age, a person of any age can be kidnapped from India. On the other hand, it is only minor are lunatic that can be kidnapped from lawful guardianship. The second difference is consent. As regards consent, in the former case, want of consent must be proved, it being a necessary ingredient of the offense, while in the latter, the question of consent is entirely immaterial. The third difference is abatement. The offense under section 360 is not a continuing offense and it cannot be abated, while the offense under section 361 can be abated. Now take the brief discussion about taking or enticing. Takes means, what is the takes means? Takes means causes to go, to escort, to get in possession. In order to prove this offense, the prosecution must show that the accused take some active parts in the girl's leaving from her lawful guardianship's custody and assure that he sheltered. The taking need not be by force, actual or constructive. It is immaterial whether the consent of girl or not. The taking of the child out of the keeping of the lawful guardianship is necessary. The word take, which is used in section 361, implies want of wish and absence of desire of the person taken. It must be proved that the accused took some active steps by inducing, persuasion, or otherwise to cause the minor to leave her home. If the suggestion to go away with the prisoners comes from the girl and he takes merely the passive part of yielding to her suggestion, he is entitled to acquittal. The accused must have done something which led to the girl going out of the keeping of her guardianship. Taking or enticing away a minor out of keeping of a lawful guardianship is an essential ingredient of the offense of kidnapping. In the Varadarajan case, Varadarajan वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ मद्रास, आप इसके फैक्ट्स अपनी टेक्स्ट बुक से पढ़ जरूर लीजिएगा. In the Varadarajan case, the court held that in this case, an educated girl on the verge of attaining majority accompanied the accused to the sub-registrar office, got agreement of marriage registered without any inducement or threat, and had a keen desire on her part to become the wife of the accused. She has insisted on her own to marry the accused. You can read the detailed facts of this case from your textbook. The court held that though taking or enticing is the grave main of the offense, there is no doubt that insistence of marriage came from the girl's side. The appellant, by complying with her wishes, can by no stretch of imagination be said to have taken her out of the kidnapping of her lawful guardian. After the registration of agreement, both the appellant and girl lived as a man and wife and visited different places. No threat inducement were administered by the appellant. The appellant was therefore not guilty of taking away the girl out of keeping of her father. No doubt, the part played by the accused in this case could be registered as facilitating the fulfillment of the intention of the girl, but that part falls short of an inducement to the minor to slip out the keeping of her lawful guardian and is therefore not tantamount to taking. Similarly, the case of Jahur Ali is also important in this point. The Varad Rajan case has been followed by Supreme Court in later cases. The next case is Thakur Lal versus State of Gujarat. This is the important case which you can read from your textbook. This is another case which you can read, Kuldeep Kumar Mehto versus State of Bihar. Now come to the another discussion. Next heading and next point is when taking is complete. The offense under this section is complete when the minor is actually taken from lawful guardianship and the offense is not a continuing one until the minor returns to his guardians. Now, there is one example where A kidnap a girl B and give that girl to C, who accept her, but he not knowing that C had been kidnapped. In this case, A is guilty of kidnapping, but C is not. And this is decided in the case of G1 versus Rex, AIR 1949. It may sometimes be difficult to determine the precise moment at which the taking is complete, but generally speaking, the keeping of the guardian would be an end when the person of the minor had been transferred from the custody of the guardian or some person on his behalf into the custody of a stranger. The act of taking is not a continuous process. Therefore, once the boys or girls is taken out of keeping, the act is complete and subsequent taking, मतलब एक ने उसको हटाया, दूसरे के पास दिया, दूसरे ने तीसरे को दिया, तीसरे ने चौथे को दिया, then subsequent taking of a minor who has already been kept out of his guardianship constitute no more taking in the proper sense of terms under the section 361. Therefore, the subsequent takers is not kidnappers. Why? Because at the time of taking by them, the minor had no more been in the lawful guardianship. then so long as he kept away and is not restored to his guardian, it would amount to detainee. The case of Nimai Chattiras is important here. In this case, a minor girl was taken away from her husband's house to the house of another person and was kept there for 2 days. Thereafter, she was taken by another person to his house who kept her for 20 days. After that, the mean person B removed her to the house to see the accused, and from that the taking away out of guardianship of husband was complete before the C accused joined the principal offender in taking the girls of Calcutta, and therefore C could not be convicted under section 363. Now come to the another point, another heading. Any person of unsound mind are minor. The unsoundness of mind must be because of natural reasons. It should not be temporary insanity or intoxication or other reason. When a girl aged 20 years was made unconscious due to some adulterous drugs or dhatura poisoning, when she was taken away by another person A, it was held that A was not guilty of kidnapping because the girl could not be said to be unsound mind. The person kidnapped must be under the age of 16 years if male and under the age of 18 years if the female. Knowledge of the accused that the person kidnapped was below the statutory age is immaterial because the statutory age of majority is 18 years. Now come to the another heading, that is the out of keeping of lawful guardians. Keeping, what is the keeping? Keeping means within the protection of guardian. A minor is said to be in the keeping of a person where he depends upon him for his or her maintenance, support, or substance. It is not necessary that the minor should be in physical possession of the guardian. It would be sufficient if he is under continuous control, which is for the first time terminated by the act of the accused. If a minor boy goes out into the street or the playground by himself or goes on a visit to the market and for a fanfare either with or without the knowledge of guardian, he is still to be the legal keeping of her parents. Means माइनर जहाँ भी जाएगा, जब भी जाएगा, वो अपने लीगल गार्जियनशिप के में ही रहेगा, उसकी गार्जियनशिप चेंज नहीं होती है. ए माइनर इज नो लॉन्गर in the keeping or control of the lawful guardian if she was driven away from her parental roof or he or she voluntarily abandoned the control of the guardian on the account of the guardian's ill treatment. Now come to the lawful guardianship. There is difference between lawful guardianship and legal guardianship. A guardian may be lawful without being legal. Lawful guardian is one to whom the care and custody of a child is lawfully entrusted. Lawfully entrusted means that the care and custody of a child has arisen in some lawful manner. The word lawful does not mean that the person who entrusts a minor to the care or custody of another must stand in the position of a person having a legal duty or obligation to the minor. Under this section, the guardianship must be lawful. B need not to be a legal guardianship. Therefore, when a father of a girl sends her to school with his servant or her friends or his brother or any other person, the servant or such friends or person is the lawful guardians without prejudice to the right of possession of the father of a child. The child is still said to be in the father's possession or keeping enough to the actual physical possession is temporarily with the servant or friends. Here, father is the legal guardian and servant or friends or brother or whosoever would be only the legal guardianship. Here, two cases which you can read from your books, that is the Vidyadhar Naik versus state of Odisha and the Prakash versus state of Haryana. Now come to the another point. What is the position in Hindu law and what is the position in Muslim law? Among Hindus, father is the guardian of his child and ordinarily entitled to their custody. This rule applies in the case of legitimate child. The mother of an illegitimate child is its proper and natural guardian during the period of nurture. Now come to the Muhammadan law. Under Muhammadan law, if a Sunni fathers take away a son under 7 years and daughter before she has attaining puberty as an illegitimate child from the custody of the mother, he would be guilty under this section because mother is lawful guardian. Under Sunni law, mother is the guardian of her daughter until she attains the age of puberty. Puberty you have read in Muhammadan law, which is presumes when the daughter completes her 15th year. Now come to the Shia. In case of a Shia, if a father takes away a son or daughter under 7 years or an illegitimate child from the custody of the mother, he would be guilty of kidnapping. Even a divorced wife is entitled to the custody of her children. After mother comes the father, so far as guardianship is concerned, and then come other relations standing within the prohibited degree. When a married girl attains puberty, her husband is guardian. Now, this is the last discussion under section 361. Without the consent of guardian. The guardian's consent, however, takes the case out of the purview The consent or willingness of the minor to accompany the accused is immaterial, and it would be equally so even if the proposal to go with the accused had emanating from for her. Moreover, the forwardness of the girl would not avail the accused from being guilty unless her going away is entirely voluntary. The act of taking is complete when the minor is taken from lawful guardianship. It is not a continuous act, it has to be distinguished from detaining. Now, after this lecture, we will discuss abduction in next lecture.